Have you ever rode the King the Ka at Six Flags Great Adventure? If you have, you might understand how it feels to hodl Bitcoin. Just recently, in 1 month, Bitcoin's price rose over $10,000, only to fall more than $10,000 the following month. A Twitterverse full of financial advisors all have their theories, but we here at Cointelegraph felt it was time for a more clinical approach. So what exactly are the factors influencing Bitcoin's price? Supply and demand. This factor is major. Nowadays, Bitcoin does not have any physical equivalent in the real world, so BTC are sold on exchanges. The main principle of economics says that if people buy a currency, its price rises, and if people sell the currency, its price falls. Bitcoin is no exception. That is how we found ourselves in a world of bulls and bears and whales. Oh my, total amount of Bitcoin holders. The total amount of Bitcoins is 21 million, but they are produced with time. Currently, there are more than 17 million Bitcoins, and more than 14 million people have Bitcoin wallets. This number is growing rapidly, and since the number of Bitcoins is fixed, the price will continue to rise. News and mass media. There's always a human factor involved, i.e. the way people can react to the news. This type of news has been dubbed FUD by the cryptocurrency community, which means fear, uncertainty, and doubt. When FUD hits, the price of Bitcoin inevitably takes a hit as well, as was seen this past January when news of Korean regulation hit the papers. Regulation. In the age of globalization, decisions in just one country can have an influence on the entire world, i.e. accepting Bitcoin as a means of payment in Japan. The greatest problem with predicting Bitcoin's price is that the factors which influence it are hard to predict. Because of this, we recommend that instead of trying to predict the whims of the world in the future, look backwards. Look at the financial crisis of 2008. Look at governments who keep a stranglehold on the poor and the hyperinflation that impacts countries all over the world. Look at the way money has been handled, manipulated, and abused over the past 100 years. If you do that, you'll stop worrying about Bitcoin's price and start being hopeful for how it will change the world.
Nice, but I can tell you how I study projects and also what I'm excited about, so that way you can make better decisions for yourself. When I first started investing in cryptos, it was about making a fast buck. Buy and drop. Buy low, sell high. I treated each currency as a cash cow and didn't care for anything except for return on investment. I didn't read anything or know much about some of the currencies I was investing in. Then as I began to study and learn more about the digital currency, I developed an appreciation for the technology. You should do the same. You'll eventually get burned in blind trading. You need to be investing in coins that have a strong core. Many of the cheap uninspired altcoins won't be around 2 years from now, and people will lose money. In fact, even some of the altcoins that have high contributions and a great development team might end up flopping due to high competition and influence of investor sentiment. My advice is to invest in coins that have a proven track record and are very likely to be around in the future, with a slight mix of high-risk currency just for fun. There are many indicators to determine which coins have potential. The common method of choice would be to go with what everyone thinks will succeed and where everyone is dumping their money. You need to do your own research. Here are a few tips before you dive into the cryptocurrency world. Educate yourself. Learn the technology behind these cryptocurrencies. Understand the phenomena and do not be a victim of the greater fool theory. Secure your wallet. This cannot be emphasized more. The more the demand, the greater the risk of these online exchanges being compromised or overburdened. Hold for long. Lock in some profits for your satisfaction by day trading, but it would be a better deal to reap its benefit after a few years. I made my first investment at a certain price X. Today it has jumped to 10x. The technology radically changes all the time, and the crypto space exists on the bleeding edge. So as always, I am just a guy on the internet, and this is not investment advice. I am just going to point out a few cryptos I think have a long-term future, say why I feel so, and leave the rest up to you. Welcome to the Atlantis Report. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin? Bitcoin has been around for more than 10 years and has a large community with a big pool of developers. I think it is here to stay in one way or another. The herd is coming. Bitcoin has already gained a lot of attention. The greater fool theory has started to show its effect. Coinbase, the US largest Bitcoin exchange, has seen a surge in the number of users. 100,000 buyers in 3 days. Remember, the current price of $7,300 would seem to you of the same small magnitude as many people today see the year-ago price of $1,000. The Silicon Valley is upbeat. Listen to John McAfee, Bill Gates, Richard Branson, etc. It is a store of value. Digital gold if you like. Here are the facts about Bitcoin. Limited supply of 21 million equals extremely high price when cryptocurrency is adopted by the masses. There is a good chance that Bitcoin will be trending at $1 million plus in the next decade or so, and the world's population will be buying groceries with Satoshi's 0.00000001 Bitcoin. There is also a good chance that the vast majority of the world's population will never own a full Bitcoin, due to its future price.